Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center, and welcome to the world of magic and miracles, a world that is here, a vibration that you can feel, a power that you can remember is yours, and everything that allows you to be the full, magnificent being that you are, in spite of what it might look like or how it might appear in this physical dimension. A quick, happy Halloween to those that are watching in America. May your kids get their full haul of candy. It feels like there's a slight pause for something to come forward, something yet to be determined or known, something that's more powerful than we can imagine, and yet something so simple. As you allow the pause and the feeling of it to rest in your being, focus on enjoying your life. Focus on being kind to one another. Focus on letting go of the control of other people's lives and your own life. Connect with your signal in the stillness of every moment. It's coming from the flow of your Creator. And if you let go of all expectations, all your plans, you'll be led gently and peacefully to your next destination. You could get a signal to go visit a friend, to start a new career, to clean out your sock drawer. Follow that signal, and then wait for the next one. We're getting better at hearing that signal and following it, but the space in between signals, we're still not very good at. We typically use that space to analyze, to reason, to create expectations. When if you can just stay in the flow until the next signal arrives, with your arms outstretched and your hands open, having no attachment to any result. It's really how our life has always been. You get a signal to call a company about a job, and the job is available. And then your mind goes to, what do I have to do to get the job? Do I wear this suit, this dress at the interview? Do I say these things? Do I tell them about this particular strength that I have? No, you do nothing. It's being orchestrated. And if there's something more for you to do, it'll come in your signal. It's a beautiful place to just settle into. But being here in this pause is preparing you for how you're to live in the new place. We don't control anything. Take our hands off the wheel and enjoy the ride of your Creator and your connection with your Creator. Let it take you out of the world of control. I share these words with you today that I'm about to read because they came to me to share. This is called Fearlessly Overcoming Fear. We have been held captive in a cage built for humanity to live in, built in part with good intentions, in part with greed, and in large part with fear, taking advantage of the gullibility and dependency of those who trust the message of the ones in power that have the means and the opportunity to deliver said messages. Messages laden with information to achieve an agenda, subliminally delivered and confirmed by the authorities of the day. It was the epitome of mass marketing, and now with the internet, we are bombarded every second of every day, not during the intermission of a movie or a TV show by giant corporations who can sit in front of a camera and deliver it into your field nonstop for your consumption. Free market, free trade, consumerism. Let the buyer beware. But it's like asking the one who is afraid of death to be aware of someone who appears to be trying to help them stay alive. The odds are clearly in favor of the one who is doing the selling. That's why this marketing system continues to run at an ever-increasing rate of delivery. It's good for the economy, goods and services, products and manufacturing, so that the engine of consumerism hums along. What are you buying today? What are you selling today? Is it a product? Is it information? Is it a cure? Is it fear? Most of these products and services are related to the fear of the health of our body, our finances, and our property. All are avenues for sales scams, and all are present. All also present an opening for good intentions. But in the end, most, if not all, are connected to a business, and it is the business of business to make a profit. Conversely, this fear of the health of our body, finances, and property is also an avenue for the reliance on the world of magic and miracles and the creation of the industry of magic and miracles. Where our body is concerned, we have not grown up with the knowing of what this body's unimaginable technology is capable of doing. It is a divine creation, perfect in every way, designed to heal itself through the intelligence of its major organs, its CPU, the brain, and its more than 30 trillion cells, 170 billion of which are replaced every day. And remember, there are roughly 37,000 billion chemical reactions that occur in the body every second. That number is derived from multiplying the roughly 37 trillion cells in the body by the approximately 1 billion reactions happening in each and every cell every second. The body is a living, conscious entity capable of healing itself, capable of telling you what it needs and what it doesn't, and capable of producing it or removing it if you don't deliver it or cease delivering it to yourself. Along with the understanding that there are higher dimensional beings who can assist in maintaining the body when needed, our antiquated health system should not exist. For the fear of our health problems would come to an end. Couple that with having people know that they are eternal and that they are not their bodies, that they have never been born and can never really die. We would deliver the death blow to the greatest fear of them all, the fear of death. And it would render the healthcare system as almost obsolete, except for some possible end-of-life support and some emergency surgeries. But the power that the medical system has wielded and the financial burden that it delivers would immediately come to an end. Milk does a body good. Drink 8 glasses of water a day. You need protein. Where's the beef? You need fiber. You need to be a vegetarian. You need to be a vegan. You need to eat organic. You need vitamins, supplements, a yearly checkup, and a million other things. And what they are all really saying is that you really need to be afraid. You should be afraid. And you should use our products to ease or remove your fear. And these things are told to us from people, organizations, and so-called experts that we have decided to trust. Even presidents get involved. To save the cattle and dairy industry, future President Herbert Hoover addressed the World Dairy Congress in 1923 and said, "Upon this industry rests the growth and virility of the human race." And then there's the food industry. The author of the book, Proteinaholic, says that the "eat more protein" tagline may be the worst advice experts give to the public. He contends that most physicians in the United States have never actually examined a patient with protein deficiency because simply by eating an adequate number of calories, we are also most likely getting enough protein. There are so many agendas being catered to with most of these messages of mass marketing to humanity, so much money being made at the expense of billions of people who are in fear. This is literally a cash cow, pun intended. And there are thousands of them that operate to take advantage of our fear of death. They hire the most prestigious advertising firms to deliver their messages of first fear, then need, to produce a stream of revenue that in some cases is higher than some countries' gross national product. But we've sucked it all in. We've bought it all. We've eaten at the trough of the fear of death and the table of forgetting who and what we are. And until we remember who we really are, it will be almost impossible to push away from the table as we get fat and obese on the beliefs that are being given to us to make someone else rich. With the fear, we've lost our abilities to say, "No, fuck off. You just want my money. You don't know me, and you certainly don't care about me." The more you believe, the more you have to believe. You start off taking one tablet that they tell you will help you. Then before you know it, you're taking 20 different pills a day. Fear breeds more fear, which breeds more fear, which breeds dependency and a relinquishing of your power as a sovereign, almighty, divine being. I understand our propensity to believe because it seems like it's our only hope for getting better. And you think buying what they're selling is better than doing nothing. You think that they are the experts, and with science backing their sales pitch, they must know better. And somehow you convince yourself that they really care about you getting better. In fact, some of them do. And that's what makes it so difficult. But through their diagnosis and their prescription of a prescription drug, they have the ability to commit you to a life of dependency, not on a drug, but on a belief, which is 1,000 times more powerful than a drug. They know that even though you say, I'm just going to take this for a little while and then stop when my symptoms improve, that most will get hooked. And they even add messages on the prescription saying, do not stop this medication cold turkey. Make sure you give yourself months to wean it off because of the potential side effects of stopping. I think I can hear a drug dealer making the same sort of statement. Once again, it's all connected to our fear, which is connected to us not knowing who we are. They want you to believe that your well-being and your healing will come from outside of you. And they want you to live with that belief for the rest of your life. The best thing that could happen for each of us is that the drug or medication doesn't work, or that we find out that it is a placebo and that it was our magic that produced the miracle. And from that moment, until the day we leave this physical body behind, we will know, not believe, that the only thing we need is our magic. And the miracles from that magic will flow into our life unimpeded as long as we know it to be so. So, what is this world of magic and miracles? I tell you that it was present before the arrival of the fear of death and the advent of the industry of wealth and power. This was before the separation of the divine feminine from its union with the divine masculine. For as the divine feminine was diminished, so too was wisdom, intuition, and a connection to nature and all that is magic. Now the divine feminine and Sophia, who was wisdom herself, are returning from their exile, bringing with her our gifts of healing and our knowing of who we are and what we are capable of. This knowing is the foundation for the industry of magic and miracles, an industry that will be the structure and the container for the creation of every invention and every healing modality operating through our individual magic with a consciousness and vibration that will not be able to support the old model based on greed, power, wealth, and control. The world of magic and miracles is a reflection of the you that holds within itself the spark of the Creator, the divine, eternal one who is unfathomable mystery and unknown, incomprehensible part of the source of it all. Magic and miracles are your only true nature. They are your birthright, and we have given them away because of fear. But today, we are taking it all back. So today, I am shutting down the false beliefs and the system that is used to market them by reminding you that you are the source of your own well-being, that you hold the magic for your healing, and what they are trotting out to you is the belief that what I have just said is not true. Turn it all off. Don't listen to another word of it. Please, I beg you, stop listening to any of it. Simply listen to yourself, for all the answers to anything you'll ever need are within your being. If only you would turn it all off, you would hear the true and perfect wisdom that is whirling around within your 30 trillion cells and the universe that lies within your infinite and unlimited being. I am now closing the channel between you and the false belief system. I am cutting off all communications to those that are ready to walk away from the fear of death and are ready to live fearlessly in the world of magic and miracles. We can never fully be known, and we never will. And today, we will feel the grandeur of our being as we finally and truly enter ourselves into the magnificent world of magic and miracles. Who will stand with me? Who will choose the world of magic and miracles? Who will decide today, really decide to fearlessly overcome the fear of death and the fear of everything? Will you be the one? Cheers to this incredible day. Let us celebrate like never before, for we have left the world of captivity and the cage that holds us in it and traveled to the world of magic and miracles. Congratulations, you have fearlessly overcome fear. When my soul crashed into my body, falling into consciousness, that's when my mind was fed this illusion of taking control every step. I looked into my mother's eyes. I said, tell me what I should believe. She drew me a room with a light and said, just turn it off when you leave. Slow, slow, this river is slow. We're all out here on our own. Row, row, gently we row. One day we'll find our way home. Step after step, they drew me a town. They drew me a fear and a need. They drew me a God, and they drew me some money, hiding the truth far from me. I asked the cool firelight, tell me what I should believe. And they gave me a song, and they gave me a dance, and said, sleep now, your pain will relieve. Slow, slow, this river is slow, and we're all out here on our own. Row, row, gently we row, and one day we'll find our way home. I've stumbled and crawled, I've begged to know why, and I've been ashamed when I've chosen to lie. In all of this darkness, I've searched for a light to come and find me. And when I found me, I wrapped my arms round my own daughter as she fell into her place in time. And as her mind was creating her illusions, I didn't want to complicate hers with mine. She looked into her father's eyes. She said, tell me what I should believe. And I drew her a door, and I drew her a key. And I said, when you're ready, you'll come and find me. And we'll walk out of here. And tomorrow will be a new day. Slow, slow, this river is slow, and you are never out here on your own. Row, row, gently we row, and together we'll find our way home. Slow, slow, this river is slow. Life is not what it seems. Row, row, gently we row. With magic and miracles, you are free. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to speak. It's an honor. You fearlessly overcome fear. Don't go back. Magic and miracles is your way of life. Thank you for listening. I am David.